We are going to start here with for loops and explore one of the things that we didn't see necessarily in a video for the chapter, and that is using a for loop with a user-defined number of iterations. Remember, an iteration is how many times we are going to go through this particular loop. And again, this is a for loop. We could have chosen a while or a do while loop, but here, where we know that our development suggests that the user is going to enter how many loops we go through. So I will display a table of numbers and their squares. How high should I go? So we are asking the user to enter in a max number of squares here. You can see here on line 14, just a reminder, scanner keyboard equals new scanner system.in. That is the long way to go about getting our user to be able to enter in some information. This, in seeing some of the early results of people handing stuff in, the import statement, not everybody remembers all the time, and then you don't get the code to run. So I just wanted to highlight it here one more time. So max value, that's what we are getting in from our user. So I'm going to put in a value of 10 there so we can see 10 times that we're going to go through this loop. So notice here I have max value. And then here inside of my loop on line number 27, I'm going to loop for as many times as it takes for number to be less than or equal to max value. So since I have number equal to 1 and max value is 10, I expect to come through here and loop 10 times. So back in my output window, I'm going to put 10, the number and the number squared. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm doing that right here in my for loop. So take a moment to look and see what is happening here. I've got right here number and number squared, and that nice little divider, the dashed lines happening here. This is good programmatic design. I am showing the user what is happening here as far as output so they know what to expect. Here inside of my loop, I am simply outputting number. So here on the first loop, that's 1. That's the number 1 here on the left-hand side. I'm outputting 2 tabs. These are my tab sequences, \T. Remember, the plus separator puts more here, concatenates or drops more in the output window for me. And here I'm simply doing the number times number, because the first time through it's 1, the second time through it's 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. So when we look at that number squared, it's 4, so that's the square of 2. It's 9, that's the square of 3. It's 16, that's the square of 4. There you go. So here, instead of hard coding what the number of iterations we are going to do with the for loop is, we are allowing a user to let us know how many times we need to enter into this loop. We could have done this with a while loop, but we can also do it with a for, because look how nice and compact that is. And that works out to our advantage as developers.